Hi and welcome to the CCCV property update. In this video, I'm going to cover our progress on our short-term and long-term architecture and design, finance and budgeting, as well as what to expect in the next 12 months. So starting with our short-term plans, we'll be renovating the space and room next to the LifeSpring kitchen to be a new parents and baby cry room. This will free up space at the back of the LifeSpring hall for Jam to migrate into. Consequently, this will also free up the lunchroom and allow the Mandarin service to once again have its own service while we have plans to build a dedicated space in the long term. Junior Church will now also have 2 temporary dedicated spaces by utilizing our operable wall dividers in the Cantonese Hall, all of which we're hoping to complete in the first quarter of 2020. But this morning, we want to spend a bit more focus and a bit more time on the long-term vision of our church's building project. The property committee have spent the past several months working with our architects strength group to come up with layouts and design concepts that would reflect both our values, priorities, and meet our ministry needs both now and into the future as we continue to grow as a family church. While the overall layout is hard to see clearly, I'll attempt to zoom in and talk about each of the proposed designs for each of the designated areas. The first thing you will notice is how the space has widened out and car parking has been designed around the perimeter of the property to make use of space that can't be built on. There are a total of 53 car parks provisioned in this design. The next thing to note is that our existing entranceways have also been widened both on the Chinese side and the English side. We have also maintained the existing drop-off area for elderly, disabled members, as well as our food and lunch drop-offs. Moving to the LifeSpring English Hall, there are some key changes to highlight. To accommodate further growth, the hall has been extended sideways, and the orientation of the service has switched to make use of our short-term renovations. Dedicated Jam and Junior Church rooms will be attached to the north side of the building. Looking at our entrance area and Cantonese Hall, the foyer area will have a major visual upgrade, with a fully enclosed roof and proper internal flooring. We wanted to make this entrance area welcoming, warm, and functional to cater for all occasions. The office area in the Cantonese Hall will also have a minor upgrade to create more usable and functional space. We recognize that having lunch and fellowshipping together is very important as part of our culture, and to cater for our growth, an overflow multi-purpose area has been created for additional dining and other ministry needs. Meanwhile, our Mandarin service will finally be getting their own dedicated hall. With a capacity of approximately 80, dedicated storage space, and a parents' cry room with a toilet facility, this will allow the congregation to grow and flourish. Last but not least, a small outdoor area has been set aside to build a new playground, outdoor seating for parents and families so that they can enjoy the fresh air of Nunawading. While the team have done an amazing job at designing this to meet all of our requirements and in line with the vision of our church, nothing you see today is final. Our biggest hurdle is to come when we submit this to council. The council may not agree with the design, the amount of car parking spaces, the size, the height, and other aspects of the design. We also don't know whether neighbours and others will oppose our submission. So as a church, we need to pray and continue to ask God for favour and for His work to be done through us, with or without this renovation and extension work. The budget that the church has set aside for all of these works is between $750,000 and $1 million. In the context of this design, the leadership feel this is a conservative estimate for all the value that we will get. However, from experience and consulting with other churches in the development space, this budget may actually fluctuate, and that is why we've estimated a range that allows for a 20% increase. As members of CCCV, we place our faith in God and that He will use us for His glory and for His works. The money we commit to this project and our church is a reflection that we believe that God has a purpose to use us to further His works here in Ngunnawal, and that our values as a church are in line with God's will. Over the next 12 months, you will start seeing our church, ministries, and leaders becoming more transparent around fundraising and funding towards the vision of our church. As we all pray for God to provide, we also pray that each one of us can commit the financial blessings that God has provided to us to aid the church in furthering the gospel as we look to accommodate the growth of brothers and sisters in Christ.